Paul, thanks for joining us on the halftime show. First of all, just talk us through your thoughts on the campaign so far. 3 games into the Premier Sports Cup group stages, 6.79. Good start?
Yeah, we're happy with how we've started the campaign in the Premier Sports Cup. I think we've had 2 really good wins so far. The Partick game, we didn't start off particularly how we wanted to, but we thought we grew into the game and played some good football and obviously scored some good goals. Similar against Dumbarton, although we started off to a flyer that game. We couldn't ask for much more. I think that really settled us down into that game, and then once again we played good football in that game and scored a lot of goals as well. The St Mirren game, we want to be winning every game. We knew it was going to be a tough one with them being side, but I thought in that game as well, it was similar to the other two. We played well with the ball, moved it well, but we just in that game, unfortunately, didn't create as many chances as we would have liked, and unfortunately ended up losing that game. But so far, overall, I think it's been a good start to the campaign.
When you look back at last season, obviously it was difficult for everybody in terms of the whole COVID situation and in terms of the shortened season and things like that. You did start and end the campaign at Dunfermline coming on against Kilmarnock and playing against Allan, but you did have that spell in between at Albion Rovers. How difficult was that in terms of with the COVID situation to go to the part-time kind of scenario where I'm guessing here you weren't able to really come in and do very much with Dunfermline? Was that different and difficult for you?
Overall, yeah, it was a difficult one with the COVID. Obviously, I enjoyed my time at Albion Rovers and thought I benefited well from it, but there was actually a time where a few boys at Albion had actually tested positive for COVID, and that was obviously an issue trying to come back in with Dunfermline because I couldn't really interact with anyone. I actually had to isolate for 14 days myself just because of being NHS had tracked me as a close contact. So during that time, I was still testing. I tested negative, so I was able to do individual training. But it was hard being away training part time while Albion Rovers, and then try to come back in with Dunfermline because of the bubble situation. So it was hard, but I think going out to Albion Rovers definitely benefited me. So it was a decision I wouldn't, I don't regret making.
Coming into this season, and obviously the change of manager and a kind of overhaul in the squad has meant that there's been an opportunity for you there at the start of the season to go on and impress and try and show that you're more than capable of standing up in the Dunfermline first team. Do you feel because of the own experiences you've had, such as last season at Albion and the seasons prior at teams like Brecon and that, has really now put you in a position where you feel you are ready to go and compete every week for a place in the first team here at Dunfermline?
I think the loan experiences I've had have definitely benefited me. Just through going and getting game time in competitive leagues, what it feels like playing for points every week. It means something. It's not just like reserve football where you just go to get game time. There's actually that added bit of pressure to do well and to make sure that you pick up 3 points at the end of the day. So I think both loan experiences for myself were really positive, and I think they've helped coming into this Dunfermline side just to add that wee bit more experience and just to feel comfortable when around the squad.
When you look at the style of play that Peter Grant has implemented in the first 3 games so far, do you feel that that's a style that really suits your attributes, or is it something that you're having to learn and adapt to as well?
I think for myself, it's something that's me down to the ground. As the position I play, I like to get on the ball and move it, and try and dictate the play, and I think that's something that the gaffer wants from me. So this style of play, I'd say, suits me very well.
I mean, we've obviously saw you during the 3 games, you know, making passes and playing the ball forward, using both feet. You seem very comfortable on either side, and that was obviously proven in the part of the game as well with your assist for Nikolai's second goal, our fourth goal.
Yeah, I'm happy to take the ball wherever I am. You know, like the gaffer said, anyone in the team should be comfortable taking the ball. Like we all know we're good enough players, and it's something he's trying to implement for us. Like be brave on the ball, and he wants us to play. So I think from that coming from him, you know, everyone seems confident enough to take the ball, and we all trust each other. So I think it's a good way to play.
When the team, for example, last Saturday against Dumbarton are so free flowing and creating so many chances, scoring so many goals, does that almost make your life a bit easier in the position that you play, or do you feel that there's more pressure on you then to kind of go on and create stuff and join in the attacks as well?
I think it makes my life easier. To be fair, I'm comfortable just sitting back when need to be and making sure the balance of the team's good when we're attacking, because you know the worst case for us is we switch off when we are attacking because we're creating so many chances and then we get done on the counter. So I'm happy to let the attackers do what they do, and hopefully I can just sit and be the protection for the defence.
We obviously don't want to jinx things too quick because this is obviously the halftime show for the Stenhousemuir game. But I suppose the two objectives coming into the match would be to win the match and to give ourselves the best opportunity to qualify for the next round. But B, I'm guessing from a personal point of view, you'll be looking for the first clean sheet of the season as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, with any game we go in and we'll be looking to win it. You know, we feel as though we've got a squad capable of winning any game we play. So first and foremost on Saturday, that is the what we want to do. We want to win the game and give ourselves that chance to qualify and see if we can go on a wee cup run. But like you said, a clean sheet would obviously be nice as well. You know, we feel as though we're scoring a lot of goals and creating a lot of chances, but we just need to tighten up slightly, that wee bit more defensively, and then hopefully the clean sheet will come on Saturday.
And the league season's just around the corner as well. Obviously, that's the bread and butter for the majority of teams in the championship. I'm guessing you're of a similar mindset to everybody else that we've spoken to so far this campaign, that the title's the aim.
Yeah, well, like we said, obviously for ourselves as a club, you know, we want to be back playing in the Premiership. So the aim is obviously to win the league. That would be ideal. You know, I feel as though there's no reason why we shouldn't be focusing on that. I feel as though we've got a good enough squad, and then the way we play, you know, it's nice football, but we don't just want to be a nice team like the gaffer says. You know, we want to go and win things. So winning the title would be very good for the club, obviously. But I think promotion in any way would be a good step for the club.
And for yourself personally, of course, you want to continue starting games, playing matches, and being successful here at the club. Obviously, last weekend you were taken off at half time just to allow Dan Pybus some time on the pitch, and Reece Cole is signed this week as well, so you know that there's plenty of competition for places.
Yeah, I think, like you said, Dan and Reece will be good additions to the squad. It's good having competition in the squad. You know, I think that's what kicks players on and really helps the squad develop. You know, you don't want to be sitting comfortable. You want to be getting pushed on. So I think there'll be two good additions to the squad, and hopefully they can help get the Dunfermline back to where we want to be.
As one of the few players that would have been around at the club when fans were last in the stadium, you must have been delighted to see 1,000 of them back last weekend and up to 2,000 this weekend as well. It must be great just to get supporters back and feel like we're getting back to some sort of normality.
Like you said, I think I speak on behalf of everyone, but it's great having fans back in the stadium. And even 1,000 last week was good to have. So 2,000 this Saturday will be even better, I can imagine.
Good luck for the rest of the season. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks a lot.